Bruce, how are the elections currently today, September? What's today's date?
30th.
30th. Who's going to win? What's your feelings? Who do you think will win versus what could happen and how things could change?
I think Cuomo's not in the greatest shape yet, but I think eventually people will start coming home to him. Because I think that Mamdani is a really cute idea for a lot of people, but ideas aren't really good in practice. I think eventually the people come home. We say in politics a lot that you'll start seeing movement. I think there will be movement to Cuomo. I would argue Cuomo now is probably down real numbers, even though I haven't seen a poll that shows it, probably by 10. And if he can get within single digits with 2 weeks out, he could win. Now, there's other factors. You have a Sliwa factor. You have a Mamdani has a lot of money factor. But Mamdani's full of it. I mean, he's a windbag. I mean, eventually
a windbag?
He's a windbag. You pop the balloon. It's like a big balloon. Once you get somebody who can get through and put a hole in it, I mean, the air starts coming out. There's no there. And not that Cuomo's perfect. I don't really love Andrew Cuomo, but I know that Cuomo's competent. I know he'd be a good mayor. I know that he'd fix a lot of problems in the city. You know, he's definitely the best infrastructure governor in the history of New York, and that says a lot because I worked for George Pataki, who I loved as a governor. But I mean, Cuomo got a lot of big projects built. You know, Governor Pataki obviously got the building of the 9/11 memorial and the rebuilding of the Freedom Tower. But I mean, Cuomo did the renovation of LaGuardia. He did the renovation now. The renovation of JFK started under him. Penn Station, Second Avenue Subway, East Side Access. You know, rebuilding a lot of bridges like the Tappan Zee. I mean, and then he named it for his father, but who cares? I mean, these were projects that were like projects that were like pipe dreams, and all of a sudden they all got done within a short period of time. So he's clearly skilled at getting stuff done. I'm angry about COVID, but you know, I'm angry at a lot of people about COVID, and I don't know how I can be angry about everybody. I have to be angry at almost everybody.
What about Mamdani's appeal to people who are struggling in New York to live here?
I think it's legitimate.
Is it legitimate? Is it not legitimate?
You know the mushal. You want a mushal? Yiddish term like a fable, parable. It's like a person who has a bucket of kerosene, and he sees a burning fire. Just because it's liquid doesn't mean it's going to make the fire go out. In fact, it'll make it worse. I mean, every proposal Mamdani has, the function's going to be it's just going to raise prices. I mean, he's not going to make it good in New York City. He's not going to make it cheaper in New York City. Free buses. Who's paying for free buses?
I don't know.
Who's taking buses? I mean, is there like a line? Buses aren't even full. Like, you know, have you been on the bus recently? They're essentially free now because they don't even take money from people. But no, you know what we're going to do? We're going to make the buses for free. This is great. Make the buses for free, and we're going to keep on charging people for driving into the city. My father-in-law has medical appointments, right? Every time he drives into the city to go see a doctor now, you know, he's on a fixed income. And now he has to pay $9, plus he has to find parking. And he's not in a position to take the bus. And he's not in a position he's going to take the subway. He needs to drive. And now you're charging him $9 because his doctor's below 60th Street? Doesn't even make any sense.
Is there less traffic?
You don't understand. The whole thing is irrational. Some of the poorest neighborhoods in Manhattan are on the Lower East Side, in and around Chinatown and those places, and the East Village and Alphabet City. There's a lot of low-income housing projects, and those people are being charged $9 every time they go in and out. But then, like, if you live on Park Avenue, you know, in the 70s, you're not. The whole thing's bullshit. Okay, it's crap, and everybody knows
why they do it. Money grab?
It's a money grab. It's a money grab.
And it's the way. Bloomberg's idea.
You're asking me about Michael Bloomberg? Who says I like Michael Bloomberg?
And you say you like him.
I like Rudy Giuliani. Mm-hmm. You know, I like Fiorello LaGuardia. Let's bring him back. But I mean, Michael Bloomberg still didn't do it. It was his idea. Michael Bloomberg had a lot of ideas. Doesn't mean he did them.
What is the actual power of the mayor, and could the mayor be impeached, and by who?
I mean, the governor can pull the mayor off of his job if she wants. She has the power to take him out.
To impeach him.
Well, I don't know if it's impeached, removed from his position. I mean, Mamdani's promising a lot of stuff he can't even do. Doesn't even have the power to do half this crap. I mean, it's all crap. It's all a lie. It's like a big show. It's like a big.
Who do you compare it to in politics in the past 50 years? Who do you say is similar to this person and that person? Who would you be your correlate?
In terms of what? In terms
overall,
of his views?
The whole deal, the whole package.
It's a really good question. Who's he like?
Or is he like the first in New York City history?
No, he carries a lot of stuff from a lot of different people. He has the radical leftism of a lot of the politicians of the 70s. I mean, there have been people who've been communists and socialists who tried to get elected. They just couldn't. But he couches it in fancy language. I mean, he's a communist. He's a genuine communist sympathizer.
But he grew up rich, right? Wealthy?
Sure, but his father was a Marxist. I don't even think for all this talk of him being like a Muslim extremist, I think he's a greater threat as a Marxist than a Muslim extremist. I don't think he's an Islamist at all. I think he's a Marxist. I think his views on Israel and Palestine and the Palestinians and the Arabs questions, I think that all comes from his father's cultural Marxism. I don't think he's religious. I don't think he's religious at all. Doesn't carry himself that way.
Right.
Oh, thanks. I don't even think he carries himself that way.
So how does Marxists be anti-Israel? How does that correlate? How does that connect?
Because everything is about oppressor and oppressed. Whether it's not about right or wrong. Like if you're oppressed, even if you're wicked, then you're better than the person who's oppressing, even if you're righteous. So everything in their world is upside down. Like white men are bad. This one is bad, that one is bad. It's not really based on any morality because Marxism eschews anything religious. That's why I say, I don't think the driving force with him, so his extremism and his anti-Israel stuff is solely from his Marxist worldview. I mean, I think it's obvious for anybody who's sophisticated and watching and paying attention. I think he's terrible. He's like the worst. And I don't even know how he won the Democratic primary. I mean, I don't think most Democrats hold his views. I have friends who are liberal Democrats, who really believe in equal rights and, for women and minorities and a variety of other issues. But they don't talk like that. Most of the people I know are like Clinton Democrats. They're just not Republicans. They're worried about some social issues, and they want to make sure that the country works for everybody. He's about a lot more than that. I mean, he thinks that some people shouldn't have a lot of money. They think should be capped, irrespective of their contributions to society. He's the pits. He's very, very bad. And I think eventually people wake up and they just say they don't want it. And I think it happens quickly. I predict this. It happens fast. There'll be quick movement. It'll probably happen the last 2 weeks of October. It's kind of like buyer's remorse. The goal of Coumo is to make sure the buyer's remorse comes before the sale. That's the plan. I mean, there will be buyer's remorse. Most people in New York don't agree with his views. They may like him and think he's affable, but he's inexperienced. He lacks knowledge of most of the public policy issues, and he's favored some crazy stuff, which is outside the mainstream of everybody, because he's a Marxist with a twitch of, I don't know. He uses his Muslim roots when convenient, but to me, he's a Marxist. And I don't think New York City, the capital of commerce in the United States, and the most important financial city in the world, should have a Marxist as mayor. I don't think most people think that.
The black and Latino vote, are they into him or not?
I don't like that term, black or Latino or Jewish vote. I think there's people within every community who like him. There's Jewish people who like him, but a lot of them are Marxists. If you have African Americans, they like him, they're probably Marxists. If you have Latinos who like him, they're probably Marxists. I just don't think there's that many Marxists, and I think right now that it's almost like it's a very bad thing. It's like a wolf in sheep's clothing, for lack of a better word. I mean, I think when people start to unfurl what's there, it's not appealing.
In general, the Democrat vote is which boroughs? Like Staten Island is Republican, right? Staten Island Republican, 80%, 70%?
Yeah, but there's micro boroughs.
Okay.
So like Eastern Queens, Southern Brooklyn. There used to be some parts of Manhattan on the Upper East Side.
Are Republicans?
Sutton Place, little pockets. Some parts in the Eastern Bronx, on the border of Westchester. Those are Republican pockets. Then you have liberal pockets, like Riverdale and the Upper West Side of Manhattan. And then you have far left neighborhoods like Park Slope. I mean, New York is broken up. It's like a microcosm that represents the whole world. I just don't think most New Yorkers want this. I think he's taking advantage of the fact that there's a lot of people in New York who don't like Donald Trump. And he attacks Donald Trump all day long and it gets him support. But I mean, like I go back to the kerosene with the fire. I mean, whatever he's proposing is not going to make life in New York better for anybody.
Does he need the councilman to be on board?
And you know the people who are going to suffer the most? The people he proclaims to help.
Does the New York City mayor need the council? Yes, no. When do you need the councilman to be on board with your whatever?
Need the councilman to be on board?
Yeah. Don't they vote on stuff?
The city council is not. It's really in the state government where he's going to have more problems if he, God forbid, wins. And I say the word God forbid because I really pray he doesn't win.